Hello again. So my name is George Green.
Hello.
Yeah, and today I have a very special guest. So we have seen each other a couple of times before, and my guest name is Nadyn, and she comes from South Korea. I was about to say Northern Korea, and happily she isn't from that part of Korea. Okay, hello Nadyn, how are you doing? Hello, can you hear me?
George, the internet connection is not good. I can't catch what are you talking about.
I'm talking about your origin. I've just told you, told others who you are and where you are from, about your origin. That your first name is Nadyn, that you come from South Korea, and that we have seen each other a couple of times before. That's what I've told others. So how are you doing, Nadyn?
Yeah, exactly. Pretty well. What about you?
Okay, I would say that I'm okay too. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Look, Nadyn, we both are limited in time, right? That's why I have prepared some questions, okay? And I will really appreciate it if you answer my questions fully, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. So if I remember rightly, once you told me that you are crazy about chemistry. Tell me, please, how come that you love that very, very difficult subject? How is it that you are addicted to chemistry? I still remember you're telling me that you can't imagine a single day of your life without doing some chemistry. What exactly do you do? What do you exactly like about chemistry, etc.? How does it help you?
Oh, well, okay, thank you for answering, actually. So my love towards chemistry started from my childhood, and I think thanks to my parents, because one of my parents is known to be a famous chemistry teacher.
Really?
And nowadays, actually it's my father, and he's retired, and he published a lot of books related to this field.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why, so it goes without saying that I was actually I got a huge influence from my father, who was firstly mad at his beloved job, and every day his colleagues came to our house, and I had a chance to communicate and listen to their conversation about this science. So and one day, actually, when I was a high school student, I passed the exam with high scores on chemistry. And needless to say that my father was so proud of me.
Of course he was, definitely.
Yeah, of course, yes. But actually, I think, I should confess that my father was the first person who shared and showed me that actually field of our widen life. But the second actually factor was related to my ambitions. So when I went successfully through the exam, I was on the ninth heaven, and lots of my classmates were very excited that they are actually the classmates of me. And I started to do some volunteer activities, for instance, like teaching for elementary school students.
Okay, thank you. Too much about chemistry. Nobody likes chemistry. Okay, nobody likes chemistry. People like English, people like Japanese, maybe Chinese, but
No, don't
chemistry.
forget. Sorry, yeah, exactly. But don't forget about the third factor, that chemistry is known. What about we talk about the abstract feelings like love? And when we talk about the love, there is one of definition of love, that love is the kind of the chemistry between two persons who
Right.
look,
Hold on a second, please.
towards,
Hold on a second.
to under
This is
this one.
exactly why I started our conversation from that point related to chemistry.
Oh, yeah.
And you've just brought up a very important aspect of what chemistry is for ordinary people who are not involved into science. It is that often people say goodbye to each other, though they still love each other, but for some reason, I would even say for some stupid reason, they've got to say goodbye to each other. They brush up each other, and finally they are not happy in private life terms. And I want to draw parallels with you. A little bird told me that you were married, if I remember rightly, 5 years ago, and unfortunately you divorced the guy. As you said in the court session, you said, "Oh, there isn't any chemistry between me and him, and that's why I can't see any, how to say, any reason to keep on living with him." Those were your words. Chemistry
Exactly.
and chemistry. Tell me, please, which one is more important for you? That there should be some chemistry between people, or there, how to say, that people need to live through
Mutual
a
understanding.
while in order to find the chemistry? Or do you believe that the chemistry between two people, two family partners, should exist before they start living actually? What do you think about that?
Okay, so frankly speaking, it's very provocative actually question, because
Yes, especially because it's about you, about your bitter
yeah, it's about
life
me,
experience.
and I can just, yeah, exactly, and I can bring in examples from my life, and it doesn't mean that my experience can just can be used by someone.
Why not?
Because everyone, yes, because no, because everyone has own path, yes, in order to understand who is that person, in order to discover their mission on this life. So that's why, yeah,
Philosophy, again,
sure.
philosophy.
No. Yeah,
Nadyn,
so
again, philosophy.
uh, so, and you know, the first reason actually of searching chemistry between two partners, in my case, I think firstly based on my personality. So as far as you know, I'm the romantic. So that's why I
Oh,
was,
really?
yes, yeah,
Are
sure,
you
yes.
describing your nature as a romantic?
Yeah.
I just don't believe. I just don't believe it. I know you. I have known you for a while, and there is, in my opinion, there is nothing about a nature which can reveal that you are a romantic person. The boot is on the other foot. You are far from being romantic. I would even say you are down earth, which means that you always have some kind of mathematical and physical formulas in your mind, and before you make a next step forward, you weigh all pros and cons, and finally, and usually takes a while. And unless you do that, you will never say or do anything. And now
Oh
you're
yes,
saying
thank
that you
you.
are
So,
romantic?
by the way, George, let me ask you, while you're describing me, so I just, the one thought occurred in my head. It seems to me that you're describing yourself, not me.
No, I'm
Yeah,
romantic because
yeah, yeah,
I still
no,
believe in
that's,
love at first sight, and you don't.
yeah. But don't forget that you're lying. It's just because we were born in August and I was born in February, so we are kind of like a reflection of each other. So kind of like mirror.
What are
So
you
when
talking
we look at
about?
each other,
Don't
yes, of
tell that to
course,
anybody.
yes,
Come
that's
on, don't
why,
say that.
yes. Why don't just based on my experience with communication with you, and just due to our friendship since I don't
We are
remember,
talking
since
about you,
20
not
years.
about
So
me.
yeah,
No, Nadyn, we're
20
talking
years.
about you.
Yeah, but that's why I'm just trying to say to you that actually maybe you're mistaken about myself. So this is your perspective of me. But every person or every human being who lives on this earth has a kind of like different sides of his personality or her personality. So maybe you can just see this part of me. So, and my husband can see another part of myself. So that's why we are like have a family bond.
Are you talking about your first family partner or about your current
No, I'm
one?
talking about, yeah, I'm talking about my current spouse.
Okay, I want to ask you,
Yeah.
no, okay. I want to ask you another provocative question. See,
Okay.
people have got used to saying that, oh, there is some chemistry or some chemistry occurred between me and him or between me and her, okay? Does it mean that in the near future, scientists working in a chemistry laboratory will be able to synthesize some special organic or bioorganic substances which can work the same way? I mean to say that if you do you know the meaning of the word evryone? It's a special chemical substance which can bring about some kind of passion for somebody else. So they can work out some kind of that type of organic chemistry compounds, substances, which they can sell anybody in order to provoke some kind of passion in another person for that person. And it's kind of, I wouldn't say rude manipulation. Somebody wants to live on his or her own, okay? They want to pick up a family partner, or okay, let be sex partner on their own, okay? And they want to be free in choosing that person. But if somebody else wants to attract that person's maybe not attention, but his whole life towards themselves, they can use these substances, chemical substances, which were produced in a chemistry laboratory, and that is kind of manipulation. Do you believe that my first question is, do you believe that in near future chemists will be able to make such substances? This is my first question. I just want you, I would like you to foresee the near future, okay, somehow. Because I know that you can do that. You can see you can predict people's future events. Secondly, my second question is, why are you laughing? I know that you can do that. My next question is, do you believe that is against the law, that it's not an appropriate thing to do?
Oh, so at first glance, I can reject.
And I do know that you can predict people's future events, because once I caught you doing something with a deck of cards, okay, and you were lying down the cards, and you were telling something which you could see to somebody else sitting in front of you, and that person seemed to be surprised to what he heard you telling him. Okay, let's skip it.
But actually, yeah, but I'm not allowed to interfere to someone's actually life and inner life. So okay, so this is not the main point. The main point. Okay, let's come back to Martin's. So at first glance, I can reject your proposal regarding that chemistry. So the scientist one day in the future could just create something that could be used easily to just to bond, let's say, two hearts, and just make their hearts to beat in one unison. Mm-hmm. So who knows? But it could be done. But from my personal perspective, I don't actually support that, because I believe on universal rules. Mm-hmm. So that's why, according to these universal rules, everything should be done and existed by its own path, by its own way. So as someone who, especially the human being or humans, if they have a there's like desire just to interfere to the natural process, and the consequence, it could lead to the collapsing of everything that we have nowadays. But who knows, maybe this is also illusions. So I don't know, George. So this is just our theory. So, but in the future, it can be done. But nowadays, I strongly believe that only due to partners, something can be created, especially the chemistry, the family, the children, so children and their history and their family root. That's it. Not the world, but only two partners, like two doves or two birds, yeah, like Owen, swans. If you just understand that rule of universe, in that case, you will be responsible for everything that happens in your life. So, and it means that you will be responsible for your family as well.
Thank you, Nadyn. Thank you. I have taken your point. Thank you. It is clear and comprehensible, and I guess it may, I would say, bring on some kind of controversial disputes about it. Thank you. My next question to you is rather, I wouldn't say even more controversial, even more challenging. Can I? Is it okay with you? Nadyn, are you there?
Now I can hear you.
I want to say that I have prepared another even more provocative question. Is it okay with you if I ask you the question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Nadyn, it's a well-known fact that as good as all females, I wouldn't even say all females, are crazy about the way they look, about their appearance. They daily pay much attention towards their appearance, how they look, and if they have seen something wrong about their face, about maybe what they are wearing, what they have put on, so they even they can even come back home in order to change something or to do something about that. Well, usually males don't do that. But and my question is the following: do you consider yourself as a beautiful woman? Ta-da-da-da.
Ta-da-da-da-da. Of course.
Really? And what makes you think so?
Everything. So my surroundings, my husband, who every day keeps saying that he loves me, and actually we have a motto, George, in our family, that let's live today happily again.
Maybe
so it means that
because of this, he tells you a pack of lies that you look gorgeous. Maybe he is lying to you saying that. No? How can I be sure that your spouse tells you the truth, saying that you look gorgeous? Maybe unless he tells you something different, that will be the end of your relationships. No?
So that is very okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, because
I don't know.
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, it might be. I think. Yeah, yeah, it can exist actually, but not in our family. So firstly, because I can bring in some examples actually how it can be proved.
Please, yes.
So yeah,
I'm all ears.
Yeah, in all ears. Okay, so I'm keeping saying. So what actually? Firstly, he never. So wait. He always introduces me to his friends. And he sends our family pictures to his former classmates, because they have special groups, especially in South Korea.
Not only to them, I guess. He sends you his family pictures, not only to his ex classmates, as you said, but to some other ex people from his ex past, if you know what I mean. No?
Yeah, I mean, I've got your point, but actually, again, in our family, we have a transparent relationship. It means, by saying this, I mean the following. So I can easily just see what he's sending, and just especially because we have using here a Korean messenger. And why I'm doing this one, and he always shows me this one. Firstly, in order to be adjusted to the Korean language and the manners of the conversations between locals, because they have completely different manners of discussion or something that is a little bit, not a little bit, maybe just completely. There is a huge gap between people from post-Soviet countries and the people who live in South Korea. So we have different way of thinking. That's the first evidence of that I want to bring as an example for you. And the second one is, yes, definitely he's sending them our pictures, family pictures to everyone. And but the most close people in his surroundings are his family, I mean his siblings. So that's why even his older sister who lives in the USA, so we keep in touch by just sending them pictures and so on.
Nadyn, okay.
Yeah.
On the basis of what you have just told us, we can infer that you live a happy family life, right? That you have a happy family where everybody loves the others. Everything's fine. Everything seems to be spotless, impact, etc. But in this,
transparent. This is the main point, you know.
I guess this is the foundation of your relationships, right? Transparent.
Yeah,
transparency,
exactly.
transparency.
Yes, transparent.
And for that reason, I want to ask you even more provocative question. Is it okay?
Okay. Yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing your question.
Well, thank you, thank you. Imagine the following situation, okay? Everything is fine.
Okay.
Better say everything seems to be fine. You have been living happily with your spouse. You have given birth to 3 children, for example, okay? You do a good job, a well-paid job, a prestigious job, okay? Everything's fine in all aspects, in social aspect, in family terms, everything's fine. And one day, a friend of yours invites you to a party. Let it be birthday party, you name it, it doesn't matter. Okay, and finally you show up there. There are many different people who have come to the party just like you, okay? And all of you are having a ball. So you are having fun, you strike conversations, okay? You keep the ball rolling, which means having conversations for a long time, okay? Everything's fine. And as the Germans say, Achtung. So something unusual occurs to you. Out of the blue, which means suddenly, it's an idiom, out of the blue, you come across someone who attracts your attention 100%. You don't know why. You're asking yourself what makes you do that. You try to analyze the situation because you are a professional chemist. Because you are accustomed to analyzing everything using these fucking different formulas, etc., graphs, schmaps, plots, etc. And you can't get the answer why you're doing that, why you are being attracted to that guy. If you look at him, at his appearance, he looks just like other ordinary guys. There is nothing special about his looks, nothing special about the things he's talking about. Anyway, despite all these ordinary things about him, you believe that this person is your destiny, that you should have met him long time before. Long time, I wouldn't say long time ago, okay? But for some reason you didn't do that. And you believe that this is the only person in the whole world who can make you happy. Not your husband, not your current husband, okay? Everything seems to be all right with your official spouse, everything's fine, but you believe that you have turned out not to be happy with him, and you are very likely to be happy with this man who is standing next to you. And for some reason, he feels the same things towards you. He also looks up at you, surprised. Oh my God, why haven't I seen you before? You both understand that you were born to make each other happy. Remember this, I was born to make you happy. This jumping goat, jumping singing goat. On this case. Well, and in this case, there are only 2 alternatives. alternative number one, it's rather sordid, really, not a very happy one. You say goodbye to everyone, including your private happiness, because you understand that without that guy, you are not happy anymore. Or option number two, which means that you say goodbye to your current happy or seemingly happy family life in order to try something new, something real, something which is supposed to occur in your life. So which alternative would you choose, Nadyn?
Oh, thank you very much again. So actually, I was really glad to hear your novel that you created right now. Yeah, you know, you can be a very famous novelist. You should try this field as well.
Really?
By the way, are you writing something? No, anything?
No. I'm a
Have
very
you
modest
tried?
guy. I'm a very absolutely modest guy.
All right. Okay. So let's accept this one. The second point is related to what you asked. Yeah, that is okay.
Which alternative would you choose?
Yeah.
To stay with your official current husband, or
yeah.
to try something new in your life?
Okay. So before getting to the nitty-gritty, do you remember who taught me this one?
Of course.
Yeah. Before
it's somebody
getting to
living
the
in Central Asia. Yeah. Okay.
Before getting down to the nitty-gritty of my answer, I want to share my thoughts actually about happiness. And as before you mentioned that if I could meet the person who could make me feel happier than I'm now. So it can be actually that question and that theory doesn't exist in my mind. Why I'm saying this one? Because before meeting with my husband, so he and me, we already were very happy persons, you know.
How is
so
it?
by saying this, I mean that we were not looking forward to meeting someone who could make us happier than we are now. No, on the contrary. So we had a chance to meet in order to cultivate our happiness and make something stronger and kind of like prosperity, abundance in our family relationships.
Okay.
So that's why. So even, by the way, and the second point that you asked, the second question that you asked, yeah, it happens every time, because we are human beings, and we are, as you mentioned before, all our behaviors based on mostly on our emotions. That is just comes from chemical flow. Let me say chemical flow in our body. Can I say like that?
Yes, it's comprehensible.
Yeah, and so it means that even we have such kind of situations, then me or my husband can just confess that that woman or that man is very attractive for some reasons, and we just share our thoughts, and it's okay.
Again, transparency.
Because,
again,
yeah,
each other know
that's okay.
Okay.
That's okay, because we're already, so because we are partners. So, and as I said before, so our relationships are just based on the transparency. So that means that whatever happens in our life, we just share, and because it's very important to understand my partner's actually vision towards that aspect that is just intriguing me, and that situation, that period of my life, as well as in my husband's case.
Yeah, okay.
That's kind of like that's kind of like not challenging, but it's very interesting, relationships.
Intriguing.
Every day is not, yeah, exactly. So every day is not the same. So it depends only on us.
Nadyn, I got another question. Okay, perhaps I'm poking my nose into my business as usual, right? I'm
Oh, no, no,
sorry.
it's okay. No, 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 no.
Tell me, please, in your family, which one is more responsible for the financial side of the matter of the family budget, you or your spouse? Do you expect him to earn more than you do, or do you believe that you are supposed to be equal partners in terms of bringing in some money?
So I have my personal thoughts on that question. So in our case, my spouse is earning much money than me. So, and that's okay. Maybe we had another situation. It will be maybe the same, but I don't know exactly. But because firstly, he is from local, so it means that they have different attitude towards families. So, maybe you might have heard that after divorcement, the kids of the marriage, after marriage, belongs to the father, not to mom.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
legally.
surprising.
So
That's surprising,
he's,
really.
yeah, yeah. So, and by saying this, I can just, and I think you can also understand that what kind of mentality is here. It's based on the culture and everything. And the second part is actually, yeah, I can imagine my life without working because I have to serve for people. And hopefully my husband understands this one and he supports in all my ideas to find myself in different fields. And that's why actually I'm working
Even
not
in your
only.
work in the chemical laboratory, right? You
Yeah,
support
exactly.
about
Yeah,
this too?
and even not, yeah. And I honestly saying that actually I'm not working for any money. I'm just working for making something
For the
sufficient.
idea, you're an
Yeah,
idea
yeah, yeah.
person.
No. For making something sufficient in humans' life, Yeah. So that's why. And the second and the third part, I want to share that is actually the all money that I earn. This is only my money. So by saying this, I mean that my husband, before marriage, he told me that whatever I earn, that is mine.
Wow.
That's it.
So there
Yeah.
is a very, very strict division. This is mine and this is ours, right? It's
No,
a very
yeah.
convenient, I would say very convenient for all of you.
No. Only in my case, George, only in my case.
Yeah,
So
we are
that
talking
money,
about your case.
yeah.
We're not widespreading your ideas upon the whole Korean.
No. Maybe you didn't understand. So that it means that and other monies are related to the livings and everything. So that to the education and everything, it comes from my husband's pocket.
Yeah, I've got it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
So look, about I'm not sure, but perhaps a couple of days ago, I happened to be watching a movie where a female asks her, I wouldn't say family partner, okay, somebody she lives with, okay, like kind of family, and she asks, no, vice versa, he asks her, okay, darling, how much money would make you happy? So the answer, to answer the question, took her a couple of seconds, and then she finally came up with an answer. Perhaps she uttered a sum of money. Well, tell me please, do you find such a question about the sum of money which could make somebody happy stupid or not? And if not, I would like you to answer the question, how much money would make you happy? And can you believe that money can make somebody happy? If yes, to what extent? If not, why?
Yeah, very good questions. Let me start from the third one.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the majority actually strongly believe that the money can make them feel happy, but I think they are just mistaken, because it's endless. And after, yeah, of course, in order to realize all your dreams and goals, you need some budget. Yes, you need some money, but without them, you can build just a dreamer. Yeah, without anything, just only lots of ideas in your head. That's it. But this is the basic step in order to understand who are you. So, but most of people, they just stick, they just stick on that level. So, and they don't want to go upper for some reasons.
Further.
Yeah, forward. Yeah, exactly. So, or they just go back for, yeah, exactly what, yeah. So they don't want to go forward. So for some reasons, so firstly, the way of their thinking, the society of their burn, the influences that they got from social institutions, the influences from mass media, and etc. So there are lots of the factors. Unfortunately, we can see this trend in the society on the global level now.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the people who can go further one day realize that money is just the energy. This is not just a currency or something like.
Oh, come on! It's a typical
yeah, no, yeah,
concept.
exactly. This is an energy.
Feng Shui concept.
No, this is, let me just finish.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So this is kind of like energies, and so they don't stick on the thought that they have to earn money to be happy. The money just comes to them. Why it happens? Because they got the kind of like how to say, brain shift. Have you ever a mind shift?
Mm-hmm.
Mind shift of after getting that mind shift, they become completely different social members of the society, and they just started to serve to the people by doing their favorite job, by doing their enjoying their life, not surviving. That's it. What I want to say to you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Nadyn, thank you. This is the end of our conversation. Unfortunately, I've got to say goodbye to you because I've got some other things to do because my students are waiting for me. Okay. So maybe
it was a great pleasure. Yeah.
Maybe next time we will talk about some other things, okay? In the same manner.
Okay.
Don't mind.
It was a great pleasure, Thank you very much for
my inviting me. Kisses to you.
I said all of them.
Okay. Bye. See ya.
Yeah, have a nice evening. Bye-bye.
Bye.